Hey, it's me, Miranda. And we're here with Richard and Alex again, kind of discussing their upcoming film.
Yep.
Previously, we talked a little bit about the main character, Jen, and some of the things that she does. What kind of other characters are there? Can you tell me a little bit more about them?
No. Then I'd have to kill you. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Actually, it's very difficult to speak to some of the other characters. Actually, the supporting characters are much more interesting. I won't tell you too much about the main characters. We've got Frank. We have Sam. We have the man of mystery that we don't know about, who keeps making an appearance. The basis for some of the characters was there's a Moriarty type of character. That was the basis for one of the characters. Blofeld from the old Bond films was another basis for another character. Tywin Lannister was a huge inspiration for one of the characters in the film. So if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, it's like Tywin Lannister. If we can get Charles Dance. Charles Dance, I wrote a character based on a character you played. If you're interested, I got a role for you, okay? Call me, we'll talk. It's going to be all butter. Anyway, so yeah, that was a huge, major influence. Some of the characters were actually not directly inspired, but overall inspired by the TV series Chuck. There's a lot of humor in it, and I do have a comic relief character who was Bernie, the cab driver. And he was always going to be a part of the script. Bernie was always going to be we need a comic relief, and we needed to keep him involved, and so we chose a cab driver, and that Bernie's pretty much never changed throughout all the iterations of the script. But Bernie his humor comes from his background. He is he comes from an exotic land, yes, like Greece or Romania or Brooklyn. And he speaks with a very, very thick accent, and his English is not so good. I don't know specifically where he's going to come from. It depends on how we cast it as to what dialect we actually end up with. But Bernie's kind of speech is all over the place. But a lot of the humor comes from that, and a lot of it comes from his attitude. He's very happy-go-lucky. So that's a great character. A very much sought-after character in the film. Jen is another sought-after character. She's a very strong female lead, stronger than you normally see, without being stereotyped. Who else can we talk about? Stan.
Well, yeah, you got Stan.
Stan's tough.
Yeah, you've already mentioned the Blofeld character.
The Blofeld.
We don't want to talk too much about that one.
Well, when we can talk about Blofeld, though, we won't. We're going to talk about our guy. We don't want to talk about our guy because it's like we don't give another one.
Yeah. You got to see the movie for that one.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. It's not a straight ripoff. There's a lot of humor in it, and so the one thing about it is we are creating characters that are real, but there's a lot of humor in it. And looking at the script, you could actually turn this without too much trouble. Could turn it into a spoof, but we're actually going with a serious film. Again, that's a popcorn movie. You want to have a lot of humor, a lot of fun in it. Bernie's essential to that. Then my sister-in-law, I went to dinner at home, and my sister-in-law told me she wanted to be in my film, and I had a script that was only 58 pages. I needed to flesh it out, so I decided to write a scene for her. And it was, after I wrote that scene has remained untouched, but everybody who has read it has gone, wow, that's a great character, and that became probably more sought after than Bernie.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry, I don't precast films, but I did write that for my sister-in-law, so she's got first dibs on it. Normally, I like to have people in mind for roles until I actually get into the casting process and find out what pool is available. I don't make any decisions until then. So my sister's is probably the only precast character, and even that might get cast with somebody else, but it's like, at least I wrote it for you, man.
We find somebody else who might be better. You never know.
Bess. The character's name is Bess. And Bess is an awesome character, and that's all I'm going to talk about with Bess.
Thank you to Richard and Alex, and we'll see you guys next time.